Keyshawn Johnson, this should make you very happy.
Yes.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it, Skip? Why
so
wouldn't
you can ridicule me Monday after
matter.
Monday after playoff Monday.
So what you're essentially saying is it's all Dak's fault that y'all keep getting bounced from the playoffs. So Dak has played for the Cowboys for 30 years, huh?
Primarily his fault in the last 3.
You just literally almost made me use a word that I cannot use on television. How can you blame Dak Prescott?
I might use the same word about Dak Prescott.
How could you? You know, there was quarterbacks before Dak Prescott in the same situations. There was guys like Tony Romo, okay? There was guys like Drew Bledsoe. There was guys like Quincy Carter. I could go on and on and on about that position and not taking you to where you were with Troy and Roger Staubach and Emmett to a degree, even Danny White. I could go on and on
Meredith.
and on. Well, I wasn't a damn Don Meredith. That was way before my time. But yes, you're correct.
You saw him on Monday Night Football.
I saw him enough to know, okay, this is a Cowboy. He's in the Ring of Honor Hall of Fame. Got it. But you can't sit here and blame it on Dak Prescott. What you do too much, Skip, is you try to point the finger at Dak when your defense isn't playing well, you're not running the football well, your offensive line is in and out of the lineup because they can't stay healthy, your coaches are making bad decisions at times, calling timeouts at the wrong time, not calling timeouts when they're supposed to, throwing the football when they're supposed to be running it, running when they're supposed to be throwing it, but you want to blame Dak for all of this. You want to blame him for all this when the owner just sat there and said, when Dak Prescott is our leader, and he's in the building, and he's a part of this team, we all feel good. Like, you gotta stop.
Gotta start.
No, you don't. Who the hell you gonna get? Like, what are you talking about? You really think Trey Lance is the answer? Cooper Rush? So you ready to start the franchise all over again because you're not satisfied with postseason play over the last couple years of your team? Because the guy that we talk about as the top reigning this and that on defense hasn't shown up to the level that we all envision him on the defense. But that's Dak Prescott. Dak is the one rushing the passer. Just like I told you, you say, well, Trayvon Diggs, we lost him, so that's why Arizona beat us. I didn't know that Trayvon Diggs was playing linebacker and tackle, defensive tackle and all. I thought he was only on the island. They ran the ball for 222 yards.
Yeah,
but you blame Dak.
Stunk in that game.
Oh, but you blaming Dak for 222. Come on, Skip, man, you got to stop. Yes, they need to pay him. They need to give him a new deal. Okay, his current deal is getting ready to run out after next season. So you want to extend him. You have to extend him to be able to sign Micah Parsons, to be able to get into the free agent market and really make some hay, to be able to sign his top receiver in CD Lamb. You got to extend him. And you're going to have to pay him. And I'm not saying he has to be the highest paid quarterback in the National Football League because that's only going to last a day because Patrick Mahomes is going to leapfrog that because that's part of his contract. He can't be underpaid. He's going to be a top 4 paid quarterback in the league.
Just great. So I will be mired in misery for the next, God knows, 4 years, 5 years, whatever it is. And you will come in here gloating Sunday after Sunday because we will be just good enough to get annihilated in some playoff game. That's what happens year after year after year. Keyshawn, you know and I know.
For you 30 years, though, Skip.
Keyshawn, even you have said on occasion on this show, there's just something missing in Dak Prescott. Because there's some little thing missing.
But there's something missing in everybody.
If we want to go to the promised land, I got it. But after a while, it's like the old saying, you fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, shame on Jerry and Stephen Jones, because they are shaming and shaming and shaming us because we're throwing good money after bad. What have I seen? I've seen 3 straight playoff games, and I'm going to show you what sticks in my craw and eats me alive, is that Dak Prescott takes you to the precipice, and then you fall off the cliff. So he takes you to the precipice. You got a home game against San Francisco. This is before they're the 49ers. This is Jimmy G at quarterback. And we're going back now 3 playoffs ago. And here's the second quarter, and whoops, Okay, there's the first one, and that puts you in a hole where you're about to fall down 23-7. Then the game ends with, of course, Dak running and running and running and not having the presence to get down quite in time to give you one last shot at the end zone, to give you one last sort of Hail
But the
Mary.
referee screwed that up.
He did.
The ref screwed that up. Skip, don't do this.
But you can't put the ref in position to screw it up.
No, stop. Skip, the ref screwed that up. He did perfect, man.
Okay, he did not do perfect. You got to get down 2 seconds earlier to give yourself a shot. Okay? All right, now we're still going. We're still going. This is at San Francisco, and we got 2 picks in the second quarter that just eat me alive in a game we only lost 19-12, and we put ourselves in a hole.
Miscommunication.
Okay, here's Green Bay. First quarter, late first quarter. Whoops. Okay.
That's
there's
a great play
one.
by the defender.
It was a great play. And here's Darnell Savage. Thank you very much,
Bad read by Dak.
Thank you, Dak. Thank you, Dak.
Bad read by Dak.
And
Great read by the DB.
Guess what the score is? It's 27-0. In late in the first half in a home playoff game. That is inexcusable. So my point is this. I have seen this same movie 3 straight times with him. And I have seen what Kyle Shanahan did because he went to the Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo. He got all the way to up 20-10 in the fourth quarter of a Super Bowl. And they blew it to Patrick Mahomes. They lost 31-20. And you know what he did? He said, I've seen enough. He got us to 20-10. He got us to the precipice.
Dak Prescott runs circles around Jimmy Garoppolo.
Okay,
man.
but guess what? They just said, you know what? We're going to spend 3 first-round picks and a third. We're going to go up and get Trey Lance.
And guess what? He's now on y'all bench.
I know.
He's now on y'all bench. So what does that say about the great Shanahan's evaluation of a quarterback? What does that say?
What if they were right?
Right about what?
What if they were right about Trey Lance?
If they was right about Trey Lance, he wouldn't be wearing a damn Cowboy uniform 3 years later.
Well, he'd still be a 49er if they hadn't hit the lottery with the last pick in the draft.
You didn't hit the lottery in the last pick of the draft till you start playing him because Trey Lance was the starter at the start of the season. He got hurt. And then they figured out, after Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt, that the third dude on the team gave them what they were looking for in the other 2 guys after they spent a haul to go get Trey Lance and a boatload of money for Jimmy Garoppolo. So this whole notion of they knew that Brock Purdy was going to be Brock Purdy. That's what you want me to believe. You want the people of the world out there watching this show and listening to you to believe,
Well,
Skip.
I mean, I said they just lucked into it.
You want us to believe that they sat back, let him fall to the last pick. We know he's going to take us to the Super Bowl.
I told you, that's as lucky as you can get. That's
Okay,
the
so
luckiest pick. That's the luckiest pick in the history of football other than Tom Brady.
You want to be that naive, because I don't want to call you stupid.
I think I'm that smart.
Better yet, delusional.
I'll
use delusional word. You want to be that delusional to think that the Dallas Cowboys in Will Clayton them should sit back and look for a quarterback at the bottom of the 7th round to take y'all to the promised land. When you got a guy who was just in the MVP conversation 2 months ago.
You know what?
Stop, Skip.
When you least expect it, when you most need him to be Dak Prescott, he turns into Duck Prescott. He throws ducks of interceptions. He turns into...
Has he had bad playoff games? Yes.
Yes, he has.
Yes.
Is he the classic garbage man? Because that's what he was. Do you remember what happened against Green Bay in this disaster of a playoff game? Guess what Dak Prescott did in the second half? He saved himself in Jerry and Steven's eyes because guess what he did in the second half? He throws for, you ready for this? He goes 28 of 39. He threw almost 40 passes in the second half. That gave him 316 yards because you're down 20. It was 27-7 at halftime.
But the 27 wasn't all on him. You got a defense stop some damn body.
He threw a pick 6.
That's 6 points.
All right, so in the second half, he throws for 316 and 2 touchdowns without an interception. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We're down 48-16 early in the fourth quarter. And it winds up 48-32. And somehow Jerry delusionally goes home and says, you know what? I think he can do this. Let's try it again. Let's run it back with Dak. Let's do it again because I'm 81 and I don't have many more chances here.
So give me.
Stop it. Just stop it. You got to pull the plug, man. At some point, if you care about winning Super Bowls, you say, I've seen enough.
You just said,
I've seen enough.
Pull the plug on a guy that was just in the MVP conversation. So
that's what I said, because he did it again.
So should Buffalo pull the plug?
Okay, what's your priority
Should Buffalo
here?
pull the plug on Josh Allen?
What's your goal?
Should Buffalo pull the plug on Josh Allen? Don't throw your hands up. Give me an answer.
I know, but we're not talking about Josh Allen.
I'm talking about a quarterback. Should they pull the plug?
I'll take Josh Allen over Dak Prescott.
That's not what I asked you.
I'll take it. No, they should not, because I'll take him.
They should not.
Do you think Buffalo would trade Josh for Dak?
It's a simple question.
No, I'm turning it back on you.
Stop for me for 1 second. You said no. They shouldn't, right?
Yeah.
But the Dallas Cowboys...
He's better than Dak Prescott. So why would you pull the plug on him?
You lead the league since you've been in the league in total turnovers, but he's better than Dak Prescott.
Yeah, he is. He's just more talented than Dak Prescott.
Okay.
And he played pretty well against Patrick Mahomes.
What the hell has
he outplayed Patrick Mahomes.
What the hell has he won?
Nothing.
Okay, but you trying to tell me, all I'm trying to do is compare. All I'm trying to do is compare the two quarterbacks.
Who's better, Josh Allen or Dak Prescott?
I think they're about the same to me.
They are not the same.
Oh, for real?
For real.
Why? Because Josh Allen runs the football a little bit better?
A lot better.
A lot better. You can say a lot, I say a little. Dak Prescott does not turn the football over nowhere near the rate that Josh Allen does.
Skip? He did lead the league in interceptions.
He led the league in interceptions that 1 year, okay? He had a bad stretch run where he turned it over a lot. Prior to that, no. Post that, no. Don't do this, Skip. Okay, who are you going to get?
Okay, your goal is to have the Cowboys be mediocre. My goal is for them to actually go win a Super Bowl. Right?
I don't give a blank about what the Cowboys do. Because as I tell you, I told Michael, I'll tell you again, I'll be in New Orleans regardless if the Cowboys get there or not. I'm just trying to get you to realize and understand you got a quarterback that you talking about they should get rid of and move on from, but you ain't giving me no answers to the replacement.
To the replacement? Well, I'd love to see Trey Lance get a shot. I loved him coming out of North Dakota State. You can go look it up.
All right. You go ahead.
They validated me.
You go ahead, because clearly the people that's in charge don't think the same way you think.
Well,
they don't think that, and I would think they've been very successful as owners of the Dallas Cowboys.
The people in charge haven't been to a Super Bowl in 30 years.
But I would think
they haven't been to an NFC Championship game in 29 years.
I would think, Skip, that they know a little bit about what they want to do at the quarterback position more than you do.
No, they don't.
How could they not?
They don't. Well, look at Jerry's been groping for quarterbacks for years.
So they shouldn't have kept Tony Romo either. They should have got rid of him a long time ago, too.
I never was a Romo fan.
You never was a Romo fan, even though...
The Romo coaster?
Oh, okay.
Well, God.
So you want them to go all of a sudden and go with Trey. But that doesn't even... You sound crazy.
No, I don't sound crazy.
Because
there are other ways to go.
The guys that you look at it, the guys that you look at, and you're always telling me the Shanahans are the smartest guys in offense and this and that, and they got rid of him.
Hey, I mean, maybe if people love Dak Prescott the way you do, well, then if you put him on the trading block, man, who knows who might swoop in? Maybe you could go up and get Caleb Williams.
They're going to swoop in.
Yeah,
but
good.
You're going to start the clock all over again.
Good.
And now you're going to be into the 50th year before you win a Super Bowl. Or even advance to an NFC Championship game.
It could be 3 years from now, because we're going nowhere with Dak. You think Dak will ever win a Super Bowl?
I think he has the potential to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I do.
But so did Brad Johnson.
Brad won a Super Bowl.
I know, because he had that defense and he had you.
But you're supposed to have a defense.
Yeah.
You're supposed to.
Yeah.
You claim that y'all was the best defense at the start of the season. Money can buy.
Yep, I loved him.
Michael Parsons was a front runner for defensive MVP, defensive player of the year.
Huge disappointment.
Okay.
As was Dan Quinn.
Now Dan Quinn is just y'all.
Well, he was.
Y'all unbelievable.
And he got a head coaching job off a disappointing year.
I don't know that I would call the defensive side of the ball for the Dallas Cowboys a disappointing year. They had a decent defense.
Yeah.
Not a disappointing defense.
Okay.
They didn't have the top defense in the league.
Green
Bay
Bay
had a very
came in and ran
defense.
them off the field.
Okay, matchups sometimes that happens though, Skip. But back to this quarterback, they're going to pay him.
I know.
And he's going to get every single cent that he deserved,
They're
that
stuck.
he earned.
They are stuck with Dak Prescott.
Whatever you want to call it. So why don't you pick another team then?
We'll be pretty good.
Why
I already
don't you
told
pick
you.
another team?
I'm on record. I'm saying, the Packers are starting to intrigue me. Our man Lil Wayne, I'm saying I might just join you on the bandwagon because I love Jordan Love.
Yeah, you love him today. Tomorrow you'll be talking about Jordan Love. They should get rid of him and go get some other dude.
No, I will not.
I can't believe
they're going places.
I can't believe that you feel like you really need to get rid of Dak Prescott.
Oh, come on. Well, who wouldn't? You don't think about three-fourths of Cowboy Nation doesn't feel that way right now?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't. I think you do. I don't think the people in that locker room feel that way.
I don't know about that.
I don't think the team. I don't think his teammates feel that way.
I don't know about that.
I don't think the owner feel that way.
Plus, well, what is the owner showing you? Okay, 30 years? Really? Okay. So a team that was built by Jimmy won 3 Super Bowls that should have been 5, and then that's it. That's all we got to show, right? And he's still the general manager. If Jerry weren't the owner, would he have fired the general manager, Jerry Jones, a long time ago? Sure he would have.
Probably for some of the some of the coaching hires that along the way. Probably some of the coaching hires along the way, he probably would have fired him.
Yeah.
But as far as collecting talent, they've done a tremendous job on collecting the talent.
Well,
I always think Dallas does a good job, whether it's free agency
they
or the draft.
drafted very well.
Or the draft, they do a good job.
Yeah, not free agency, but drafting.
No, but they don't go big in free agency.
They don't
the
believe
little
in it.
pieces that they do plug in free agency, they've done a good job at.
Yeah. I'm stuck with the garbage man, Dak Prescott. Okay, up next, we discuss the NFL Combine. Is it underrated or, as I always say, way overrated?
No mercy, no mercy, no mercy.
Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Do you want more highlights from the show? Make sure to click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from Undisputed.